Welcome to Wig Fashion Fiesta, Wig Chat. Today, I'm going to share with you 3 things that if you follow through, it's going to obliterate the fear that many of you have regarding hair loss as well as wigs. Come join with me as we delve into this wonderful world of wigs. Hair loss. The 3 things that I recommend to help you if you've recently been diagnosed with, say, alopecia areata, your hair loss, but it will grow back, or if you've had a medical condition and been diagnosed that perhaps your hair will never grow back. These are 2 extremes. But follow me today as I go through 3 recommendations. Number 1, choice. Yes, now that you've been crying, at least I did, and I share my grief with you, I can empathize to the way you feel. After all, our hair as women means everything. It's part of who we are. It's part of our entourage. It's part of our makeup. It's part of the reflection of ourselves. And we really feel embarrassed. And I remember I initially was wearing baseball caps and scarves and trying to hide my head. I was so embarrassed. I actually withdrew from meeting and going out with my friends. I was so fearful. It's not easy. For those of you that it's no big deal, I applaud you. But for many of us, it's scary. But you have a choice. It's like when they say that you fear something. You fear the loss of hair. You've got to meet it head on. You got to get back up and head it right on. And you're going to have to make a choice. Either you're going to choose to accept what has happened to you. And what are you going to do about it? Some of you will say, it really doesn't bother me that much. Actually, in Hollywood, they're running around with bald heads. It's kind of like the new in thing. Well, that's great if you live in Hollywood. But for most of us, we don't. Most of us, we want to do something to kind of mitigate so people don't kind of, and they're not laughing at you, but we're thinking that they're feeling sorry for us. Oh, I feel so sorry. She lost all her hair. We don't want that. We don't want to be noticed. We want to be just noticed as our same person. Nothing's different. So you've got to make a choice, and that is acceptance and what you're going to do about it. For those of you who decide to actually, it's difficult for you, then you would evolve into my second recommendation, and that is to do your research. You've just got to do your research. It's tons of stuff out there on YouTube. My Gracie's Wig Journey is my other channel, which I'll note below. That's where I really began. And boy, was my YouTubes like 10 minutes long, and they were very boring. But I was sharing with you back then my step-by-step approach of what happened to me and the serums I used, red light therapy if it worked, what my dermatologist said, all kinds of stuff I share with you. And then my most recent channel, which is this, Wig Fashion Fiesta, where I get into all the stuff when it comes to the toppers, wigs, and helping you to understand the difference between synthetic fibers and human hair. Is there a price difference? Initially, yes, but there are places where you can get human hair fibers for a fraction of the cost. I share all that research with you. So consider me part of your library. But again, there's tons out there. But do your research, do your homework. And then number 3, it's time to make a choice and to implement. Take action. Take action today. For instance, my very first purchase was a human hair topper. Yes, it was expensive. And if I had to do it again, I probably would get synthetic. But it did arrive. The color I didn't like because I was trying to make it look the same color as my own hair. So because it was human hair, I took it to my beauty salon and they were able to dye it to match my own natural hair. So I began wearing my topper. And it seemed to work. Same hairstyle with a topper. But slowly I edged into these wigs, because wigs are not like the wigs of the 1970s or 1960s, my generation. You do have a choice of parts. There's monofilament, there's lace top, there's all different kinds of styles, there's wefting, there's hand tied. There's all kinds of avenues to go down. There's what they call heat friendly. You can use your curling iron with it for synthetic fibers. And of course, with your human hair, you do too. The choice between human or synthetic, what should you do first? And bottom line, and I'll leave this with you, but you do your research. You can buy anything for less than $25. Yes, there are platforms out there that do sell wigs, toppers, some kind of covering. That will work. You're going to hear my dog in the background. Apologies. But this will give you 3 steps to do today. And then in my next video, I will share with you when you first begin what your choice should be. And that's in my Wig Chat number 2. Where do we go from here? Now that you made a decision, now that you've done some preliminary research, now where do you go? Where do you go? Who are some of the top vendors out there even? And I will share that information with you. So please subscribe. But you know what's more important? If you subscribe, leave a comment. It could be emoji, that's fine. But if you have experience yourself, you see, you don't understand. I'm retired. I'm not looking for monetary compensation here. What I'm looking for is developing a community where women are helping each other, taking each other's hand and sharing our experience. And in my other channel, Gracie's Wig Journey, that's what really happened. We have a wonderful community, and other women shared with people in my comment section, shared information they had, because I embrace it and I welcome it. Thanks for tuning in, and stay tuned for Wig Chat number 2.